We are oh my god, it's been a long time coming, guys. It's been 2 years since I last stepped foot on this YouTube channel. So much has happened. So first off, if you don't know me, I am Sarah and I own the account It's Sarah Jane Reads on Instagram and It's Sarah Jane Reads on Bookstagram. I am 23 years old, nearly 24. I'm a Leo baby and I live on the south coast of England. I have a fiance of nearly 9 years, but we have been engaged for almost 4, I think. I'm also recovering from a cold, so my voice sounds a little bit nasally, but oh well. This week I put on my story a Q&A box and asked if you guys had any questions, and here are the ones you came back with. Being a book channel, the first question is, what is my all-time favourite book and why? Now, if you've been following me for a while, you will know that one of my all-time favourite books is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. I will vouch for this book until the day I die. I have so many different editions of this book, it is absolutely ridiculous. But this series is is YA the right word? There's not much smut in it. There's more tension, it's more build-up. So there are 3 books in this series and they are following Evangeline and Jax. Evangeline's boyfriend, Luca, gets engaged to her sister after she was almost certain he was going to propose to her. With this information, she goes to the Prince of Hearts, also known as Jax, and she has to figure out how to break this love spell that is clearly happening. She does not like her sister. Along the way, things happen, things change, there is tension, and did I forget to mention that he can't kiss anyone but his one true love? Spicy! This book series is just so magical. The way that Stephanie Garber just explains things is so incredible because you're not like overthinking everything. It was the first book that got me back into reading and made me start my book Instagram, and now I'm here. The next question is, how many books do I typically read in a month? This can vary because I have recently quit my 9-to-5 job, which is scary because I have no income now. However, when I was in a 9-to-5, I would typically read between 1 and 5 books a month. And I would say that hasn't really changed, to be honest, because I'm still busy throughout the day. I'm still editing, scheduling content, writing content. So I'm still working a 9-to-5. I'm just not being paid for a 9-to-5. If there are any brands that would like to sponsor me, my email's in my bio. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's really changed that much. I did go through a reading slump last year that really wiped me out. And when I first got back into reading, I read 150 books in 1 year, which looking back now is absolutely ridiculous. Granted, I know some people can do that. I don't know how I did that. But the last few years, I've kind of declined more in my reading and focused more on the quality of reading over the quantity. So I announced the other day that I was writing a book. Now, one of the questions is, what genre will your book be? Are there any tropes and what inspired you to write it? I'm so excited to talk about this, but I still have to hold off because I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'm still in the very early stages of writing the book. I am having a blast doing it though. I love my characters so much. I'm so excited for you to meet them. What can I give away? I would say that I don't know what I can give away, guys. It's going to be set in England. And we have our 2 main characters, Eleanor and James. I love James so much. It's an arranged marriage and forced proximity so far. I don't really want to tell you anything else without giving it away. And all I can say is that I hope you guys love it. I'm working hard. I'm trying to film as much behind the scenes content as I can. And hopefully I'm a New York Times bestselling author. The next question kind of ties in with my book. So it's, are any of your characters based on real people that you know? So there is a character in my book called Poppy, and she is inspired by one of my very dearest friends. I'm very excited for you to meet her as well. But yeah, as the time goes on, I can share more and more about this book with you, but I don't want to give away too much. So if you're interested in watching me write and the process of writing my first book, then definitely follow along. Next question is, if I could live in any fictional world, which one would I choose? I feel like most people would answer this one, and so I feel like it's a bit boring, but it would be Prithian. Who wouldn't want to live in a world where Rhysand exists? Next question is, what is one thing that people are always surprised to learn about you? I was actually diagnosed with autism a few weeks ago, so I guess that I am very high masking, very independent, but my brain thinks a little bit differently to everyone else's. So there's that. I'm still learning things about myself. Other people are still learning things about me. That will always be the case. But yeah, I guess I don't give off autism vibes, so people are surprised when I tell them that I am actually diagnosed. Although I think the more you get to know me, the more it becomes quite obvious. What is an unpopular book opinion that might be controversial? I break my spines. There, I said it. I break my spines, and better yet, I dog it in my pages. I do not have time for bookmarks. I lose bookmarks constantly. I can't be dealing with it. If I want to shut the book, just quickly fold the page over and boom, Bob's your uncle, you know where your page is. Yeah, I break my book spines, which I have gone viral for quite a few times because there are some very angry people in my comments. Someone told me to go to hell once for breaking my book spines. Just a more comfortable way of reading. I don't believe that you guys sit there with the book like half open. I need to like yak that baby open. I need to be able to see all of the words. And books are supposed to be loved as well. So that's my way of loving them. The next question is, what is my favourite romance trope? Now, I am definitely all for an enemies to lovers. I like the kind of enemies to lovers where they're full blown at each other's throats trying to murder each other. But, and also another popular opinion, I do really enjoy the accidental pregnancy trope. The next question is, what is the longest book I've ever read? Now, this is the Zodiac Academy ones. I can't remember the exact name. I think it's like Starlight and Sorrows. It's one of the last Zodiac Academy books, and it literally is like almost 1,000 pages long, if not more. Yeah, that was a long one. But if you do get a chance to read the Zodiac Academy books, I very, very much highly recommend reading those. Do I judge books by their covers? Yes, absolutely. Who doesn't? I feel like the cover is the first impression, and if I don't get a good first impression from the book, I'm not going to want to pick it up. I really, really love Lenny Kaufman. She is a book artist, and you've seen her covers. Her covers are everywhere. I'll put a few examples up around the screen, but her covers draw to me so much. I don't know what it is about them. She puts like crack in the illustrations, but they are so beautiful, and I love them so much. I will always float towards a Lenny Kaufman cover. Next question is, what is a book that I wish I could read again for the first time? That's a tricky one because there are so many good books. I'm going to have to sit on this one. There's a handful. I'd love to read Akatar for the first time again, but like I feel like that's quite a vanilla answer. Once Upon a Broken Heart, again, it's a vanilla answer. Ah, I know, I've got it. Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I would sell a good chunk of my soul to reread this for the first time. So that wraps up my first YouTube video in over 2 years. I'm going to be doing a lot more on this channel, so just you wait. If you would like to follow along for my journey as an author or just as an independent person, then definitely hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments down below what video you would like to see next. Bye!